Hi, welcome to today's video. So for this video I'm going to be doing another one of my Charlotte Tilbury tutorials. I looked the other day on how my first ever one was doing and I was so happy to see that it's been my most popular and most watched video. I wanted to do a bit of a different look. The Charlotte Tilbury Stars in Your Eyes palette, and it's got such beautiful shades in there. So yeah, if you would like to see how I got this look and what I thought of the new palette, then please keep on watching. Okay, so I've already done my skincare, so I've moisturised, toned, cleansed, all of that. And now I'm going to go in firstly with primer. So I'm actually going to mix primers, so I've got these two. So this one is the Charlotte Tilbury Brightening Youth Glow, and this one is the Hollywood Flawless Filter. These two together make your skin so beautiful and glowy, and they just really create that dewy look but also really healthy and radiant, and kind of prep it really nicely for under foundation. But also the Flawless Filter is good to kind of, it's coloured, so it gives kind of really light but quite a nice coverage to just brighten your skin. And on no makeup days it's nice if you have any like little areas that you want to cover. So I've just applied the Youth Glow on the back of my hand, and then I'm just gonna apply this with it. I'm also just gonna pop some of this actually on my skin because I want slightly more of this one, because this really does give a gorgeous glow. And then I'm just going to take like a stippling brush and just kind of mix the two together, and then just mix it onto my skin. Once I've done that, I'm going to go in with this thing right here. So this is the Mini Miracle Eye Wand. So I'm going to apply the first step first. So this is, you get two steps. So one end is like an eye serum, and then the other end is the actual kind of coloured concealer. So I always apply the eye cream obviously before I do my foundation. That's just how I like to do it. And I'm just going to dab that in. It just preps your eyes nicely for concealer so it doesn't go dry and cakey. Okay, and then I'm then going to go in with foundation. So for foundation, I'm going to use the Light Wonder Youth Boosting Perfect Skin Foundation. Mine in the shade 6 Medium, and I'm really nearly ran out of this. I've got a tiny bit left, but I've literally used this and loved this for months and months and months, and it's been like one of my top favourite products for this year. It's not a heavy foundation, but it just makes your skin look the best version of itself. It's just been like my perfect everyday foundation for a while now. So again, I'm just going to go back in with this brush and just apply that to my skin. You can put obviously as much on as you would like. I don't really put a lot on of that foundation, just because the reason I tend to use that one is because it just makes my skin look nice, so I don't want to put too much on and kind of cover up freckles and things like that. But yeah, it's completely buildable, so you can put on as much as you would like. So I'm then going to go in with concealer. So as I said, I'm going to use the second end of the Mini Miracle Eye Wand. So mine is in the shade 2. I got a slightly lighter shade just because I obviously prefer my concealer slightly lighter than my foundation, just to brighten my under eye and make me look more awake. I'm just going to pop some where there's any redness that I want covered. And then I'm then going to go in with my sponge. So this is actually a sponge from Beauty Pie that I've been using this last month and have loved. I will link my beauty pie review video down below of all the bits that I bought, including this sponge. You can check it out if you're interested. And yeah, it just works really well. This is damp too. So yeah, I'm just going to use this to blend in my concealer. Okay, so they are those steps all done. So I would usually go in with powder now, but I'm actually going to leave that to the end because I want it to be a really dewy, glowy look, and I just want to put all my cream products on first so it doesn't look cakey or anything like that. So I'm then actually going to go in with contour and bronzer. So I'm going to go in with this first. This is the Hollywood Contour Wand. And it just comes like a sponge applicator, and you twist it, squeeze it, and then the product comes out. So I learnt with this product that you don't really need a lot at all. You just need to kind of build it up to what you would kind of want. If you put too much to begin with, it'll be too heavy. I'm just going to put some on my forehead and then dab some on my kind of under my cheekbones. I'm going to go in with my brush again and blend this in. And what I'm doing when I'm going under my cheekbones is just squeezing this slightly so it makes kind of a thin shape rather than being puffy and going all around my cheek. I just want it to be kind of in the contour line. And then I'm just going to kind of go like this on my jawline and just bring the excess product down. I don't want to put any more specifically on my jawline. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with bronzer. I'm going to use one of my favourite products that I've been a fan of for such a long time now and go to almost every day. So this is the Film Star Bronze and Glow palette, and you just have a bronzer and a highlighter, which is beautiful, and the bronzer is the perfect shade. It's not too dark or orangey so it looks kind of fake and unnatural. It's a beautiful shade that just goes with your skin tone, and as I say, like with most of these products, you can build it up. So I'm just going to take that bronzer shade and just go over the areas that I contoured. I also love using this bronzer again, like for an everyday makeup look when I don't want to do any eyeshadow, just in my crease, and it just kind of matches the rest of your face really nicely, but also does just give a bit of colour and definition to the eyes. And I'm now going to go on to blush. So for blush, I have the Cheek to Chic blusher in the shade Ecstasy. So this is what it looks like, and the idea of this blusher is that you have like the pop shade in the middle and then the kind of all around shade on the outside, just to really make your cheeks look glowy and then pop kind of on the apples. So I usually like to just mix them together because I really like the overall shade, and then just apply it mainly to the apples of my cheeks, but just bring it up slightly. It's very pigmented, this blusher too, so again, like, start lightly and then build up to the desired look that you would like. and now I'm going to go on to eyes. So for eyes, I have the palette, which is one of the main reasons why I wanted to do this video, because I haven't tried it yet and I was so excited when I bought this. So this is the Stars in Your Eyes palette. So it looks like this, and it is the most beautiful packaging as ever. This again is the packaging. I love that it's like a burgundy colour, because the other instant look palette is a gold. Like it's very similar to this, so it's nice to have like a different colour. I already love the other instant palette, so it's really nice to add this on to my collection. So the colours inside this are kind of like, I'd say along the pinky kind of rosy shades. So it looks like this, so it's absolutely beautiful. But again, the same as the other instant palette, it's got 4 different looks. So you can have love eyes, you can have power eyes, happy eyes, or confident eyes. So kind of whatever look you want to go for, if you want to go for kind of light and fluttery and kind of flirty eyes, or if you want to go for more like bold and powerful and kind of going out or going to like a special event, then you've got that look too. So I'm actually gonna go for, so I think today I'm actually gonna go for the happy eyes, because I really like the shades in this. It's like a brownie shade, it's like a brownie tone to this shade too, which I really love. And yeah, I'm gonna go for that and see how it looks. So also the thing that's great about this palette is it comes with this little thing that I usually just take out and throw away. But the thing that's really nice about this one is it's got the numbers on each. It's got number 1 is prime, 2 is enhance, and 3 is smoke. So if you're kind of new to eyeshadow, or you're not an expert like me, I'm not really an eyeshadow person as such. It's not something I apply every day, so it's really handy to have that just as a guide. I'm going to start just by powdering my lids just with this. So this is the Airbrush Flawless Finish in the shade 2 medium. I'm going to go over them. As you can see, this is well loved. I'm nearly at the end of this. It's not very often that I hit pan on a product, but this one I have. So I'm just going to go over my eyelids just with that to take away any shine, just so it gives a good base for the eyeshadow. Okay, so now I'm going to go into the palette. So I'm going to start by actually popping the middle shade of the Happy Eyes just in my crease as kind of an all-rounder shade. So if these are anything like the last palette, which I'm sure they are, these are super pigmented, and like I've been saying all along, it's better to start light and build it up. Yeah, so these are super pigmented just like the others, which is obviously what you want, but you don't want to go in too heavy and then you've got to take ages blending it out and it just looks a bit of a disaster. This is really beautiful, this shade, because it really matches the blusher, which is really nice. Okay, and as you can see, that didn't really take long to blend at all. They're really creamy and really easy to work with. Then I'm actually going to smoke it out with the darker shade, which is the 3rd one on the Happy Eyes. I'm going to, again, go in very lightly. And I'm just going to apply it to kind of the outer corner, just in the crease, and then I'll blend it out. Okay, and then just going to go back in with this brush and just blend this bit slightly. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with this flat brush and just take the kind of pop colour, which is, I'm gonna say, this shimmery one from the Happy Eyes. So this is a beautiful colour, and the Charlotte Tilbury glitter shades are always gorgeous. So I'm gonna then apply that to the front part of my eye, just to kind of create a pop and highlighted effect. I'm gonna stamp this on rather than drag it, just to get more of the pigment. And then I'm just going to go back in with this brush and just blend the two very slightly. Okay, so I'm going to go on to the other eye. I'm going to zoom in for this eye, so you can see a bit clearer what is going on. So again, I'm just going to do the exact same on this eye. And then I'm going to go in with the smoky shade. And with the pop shade. I'm actually going to go in with the shade that I used along my crease and just go under the eye with it, just to kind of bring the look together a bit more. And just do the same with the other eye. So that eyeshadow, those eyeshadows didn't have much fallout at all, which is always good. I'm always someone that tends to do my base before or forget to do it after, and then sometimes if I use eyeshadows that are really heavy with the fallout, I was like, oh no, this is going to be a nightmare to clean up. But they weren't. They didn't have much fallout at all, but they were still super pigmented, which is what you want. Also for the eyes, I'm just going to pop a bit of this on each of my inner corners, just a really tiny bit, just of the Hollywood Flawless filter, just to kind of make them pop a little bit more. I'm just going to blend that in with my finger. Okay, and then I'm going to go on to brows. So for brows, I'm just going to brush them up first. Just going to brush them up. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with one of my favourite brow products, which I've actually just repurchased because it was the only brow gel that actually keeps my hairs in place and also gives them a tint of colour, but doesn't make them look too block and too heavy. So this is the Legendary Brows Brow Gel. I was the shade Cara, but they discontinued that and changed it to the name Supermodel. So that's what the man said, so I'm hoping it's the same shade, which I'm sure that it will be. I'm just going to brush that through my brows. And I want them to look kind of messy, not too groomed, and this is perfect to do that because you can really tailor them to how you want them to look. And now I've done that, I'm going to go on to highlight, which is my all-time favourite part. So I'm actually, for this, going to apply some of the Flawless filter first. I'm going to use 3 different highlighters. So I'm going to go in with this first. I'm just going to apply a little bit on each cheekbone. And then over the top, I'm going to apply this, which is the Hollywood Beauty Light Wand. This is honestly one of my all-time favourite liquid highlighters. It just awakens your cheekbones, makes them look more lifted. It's the perfect shade. And yeah, I sometimes just wear this with the Light Wonder foundation for every day, and it just kind of looks so natural but just so glowy. So I'm just going to apply that again to my cheekbones. And then I'm going to blend that all in with my sponge. They just blend in so beautifully with all the other products, so it doesn't look blocky or kind of too fake or anything like that. Okay, and then I'm just going to go over that with the highlighter in the Filmstar Bronze and Glow palette. So I'm just going to use this fan brush just to apply it. And then I'm finally going to go in with powder. So again, I'm going to use the Airbrush Flawless Finish powder and just use this MAC, I think it says 120, it's rubbed off, to kind of dust it over the areas that I get oily, because I don't want it too powdery or too matte or anything like that. I usually do my under eyes before this stage, but I forgot, so we're just gonna go with it now. Just gonna brush through my brows once more just to make sure the hairs are kind of all in place and the way that I want them to look. That brow gel has really set now, so it doesn't take long at all, but it really does make such a difference. Okay, and then last but not least, I'm going to go on to lips. So I've got the Pillow Talk lip liner here, which again is an everyday favourite of mine, and I'm running low on this. Okay, and then for my other lip product, I'm going to go in with this, which I haven't tried yet and is new, but I'm so excited to try. So it's in the shade Pillow Talk, but it is the Superstar Lips product. So like I said, Pillow Talk I use every day. It's literally my favourite lipstick. So it came out in like a glossy finish. I was like, oh, I need that. So went and picked it up. But yeah, I haven't tried it yet, so I'm going to apply it now. Okay, so it's a really gorgeous kind of pinky nude, which obviously I expected because I'm such a big fan of the Matte Revolution one. But it's just sheeny and obviously glossy, so really nice with a dewy look. Also smells gorgeous like all of Charlotte's products do. I'm actually just going to go in once with the Flawless filter, and I'm just going to apply some to my finger and then just apply a little bit in the centre, just to make them pop and glow a little bit more. This is quite like a pinky look too, like the lipstick works really nice with the blusher and the eyes, which is always good. So yeah, the only thing that I always wish that Charlotte Tilbury had, because I'm such a fan, and I'm sure she will bring out eventually, is a setting spray, because her products are just so gorgeous. I think a setting spray would just kind of lock everything in place and finish it off beautifully. But yeah, I'm just going to leave it now because I mean I've powdered, looks nice and glowy, so if it if I feel that I need to refresh later, then I'll just add some more setting spray. Okay, so that is the finished makeup look. Like I said, I'm really happy with how it turned out with all the colours. They matched really nicely. So obviously I've reviewed pretty much all of these products before on my other Charlotte Tilbury tutorials, which I'll link down below. But the main reason why I wanted to do this one was because of this palette. So like I said, I really love the shades in this. I think it makes such a lovely gift. And yeah, they're just so easy to work with. They blend really beautifully. And yeah, again, I knew this palette wouldn't let me down, so that's why I thought it was worth spending the money on. So I'm super glad that I did, and it's so nice that you can create 4 different looks with that. So yeah, I'll definitely be trying out the other looks, but just wanted to go for that one today. So yeah, if you did enjoy this video, I would love it if you gave it a thumbs up, and also please subscribe if you would like to see more from me. I will link my blog and also my Instagram down below. I feature a lot of products on there that I'm loving, and kind of any things that I've kind of purchased online, or different makeup looks, things like that. So yeah, if you're interested, I'd love for you to check that out. I hope that you enjoyed watching and liked the finished makeup look, and I'll see you soon.